I'm making a movie about the summer of 2003. When I was 18, I went to Eritrea for 3 months. Out the blue, I didn't even know I was going. My brother just was like, bro, we about to go back home. And I had a spot at that time. I was hustling. I had a studio. I was like knee deep in some young nigga shit. I didn't really want to go. And I went out there for 3 months and it changed my life. I was sick the first 2 weeks. I was like culture shock, depressed. I ain't understand. I ain't really have no way to, I ain't know what to do out there. But after the first 2 weeks, I embraced what was going on. And I just kind of, it's like I had to let go of my comfort, what made me comfortable. I was smoking weed every day, riding around the hood in a car with rims, and I just had a different comfort zone. And once I got out of that, you know, it changed my life. And I you know, one thing that was unique about the culture back home is that everything built around food. So that's what make a family close, is that you eat with your family. And I learned that from being out there. We move so fast out here in our culture that we might, what's up, mom? Boom, and leave. It might be 7, 8 years. We eat at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and even then, we running in for the meal, sit down, and then we get back to the grind. Every day back home, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., the whole city shut down. Everything but the restaurants. You know what I'm saying? And everybody going home. The men going home, the kids' schools let out, and everybody eat lunch.
That's dope. Now Blue Laces 2, one of my favorite records on the album. You make a spook who sat by the door reference.
You know about that, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I read that book, but I don't think you a spook who sat by the door. I think your intentions are pretty clear.
Well, now I would say so, but even to the point we made earlier, that's one of the reasons I was so vocal about where I was coming from and what I represented, because I knew who I wanted to mobilize. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna name my last album "The Spook That Sat by the Door." You know what I mean? When I finished my situation with our partnership at Atlantic, and for anybody that ain't seen that movie or read the book, it's about a gang member from Chicago who presented himself in a way he never caught no cases. He had a clean cut look, and he infiltrated the CIA.
Yep.
And he became educated and basically he used their agenda, which was to have a token nigga in the CIA for political reasons. You know, we gonna speak blunt, fuck it. He used it against him. And I think that in terms of hip hop, you think of the message that they embrace, I feel parallel with, like, you know what I mean, the power structure. I don't mean the culture of hip hop, but the power structure of music. They got prescribed personas they expect from us. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the way he used their intention against him was one of my underlying strategies. You know what I'm saying?
You got to put the medicine in the candy.
Yeah.
Like just that one thing, they killed Dr. Sebi, will make somebody go research who Dr. Sebi is.
100%.
Dr. Sebi.
Dr.
I thought it was Sebi.
That's Sebi.
See, my bad, I said it wrong.
You said Sebi.
Yeah. I'm an LA nigga, man.
Too.
My lingo a little different.
Have you met
man.
Dr. Sebi?
I never met him. I met his wife, and I take his products for sure.
Now, the coolest guy ever. I mean, he was, when we interviewed him, I think he was about 74.
Oh, y'all interviewed him?
Yeah, we interviewed him twice.
Damn.
Not here, but when I was on the other show. He was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
On his knees,
Yeah.
and jump back down and no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic doctors?
Right.
Messing up the medical industry.
You short-stopping their grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga spot? You short-stopping the grind. And these niggas, they check is billions. You got niggas that get flipped for a couple $100,000. So you playing with some pharmaceutical money, you know? And what's crazy, I'm working on doing a documentary on the trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York.
Right.
Because he put in the newspaper he cured AIDS.
Yeah.
Did he
He beat the case.
case.
And he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record.
Yep.
And nobody talk about it.
That's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now, day 6 of 14.
Yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah. So.
No food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can help you if you are, cancer, any type of heart issues. And it's all natural herbs and all organic and all holistic without actually going to a doctor and getting
exactly
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. How you feel though? You feel
I
a
actually
difference?
feel pretty good.
Do you feel a difference, you think?
I do.
That's
it
right.
could be also because I've cut a lot of things out and I haven't had any food, nothing solid at all in the past 6 days. But I feel all right, better than I thought.
Okay.
What makes you want to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi?
I think the story is important. I think it's a powerful narrative.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I think imagine this, anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could show you an example of him going to trial and proving in a court to a jury that he cured AIDS, y'all would be interested in that.
Absolutely.
And y'all would look
100%.
into the way he did it, right? So I feel like more so than like championing his products or explaining his methodology, put some light on that case.
Imagine being able to cure cancer or being able to cure any type of herpes, just all kinds of
And that's what he
different
do, by the
That's
way.
what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you came in here today, you said you haven't smoked in 5 months
Yeah.
either. So what does that do for you? And when do you feel like you could just give it up permanently?
I never want to say never because I get something out of smoking weed sometime, but I think anything in excess turn into a liability. And even for me, like, you know, I got an intense promo campaign. You know, I gotta be on camera, I gotta be on time, I gotta be, you know, I gotta be able to think sharp. So when it comes to like going out into the public and representing my product, I don't want to be, and even in business, you know, you come in there smelling like weed, whether they say it or not, they hold it against you. They think they got a little edge on you if they don't smoke.
Even now in Cali, with being legal and everything?
I mean, it ain't even you're a criminal thing. It's that I think quicker than you. I'm more focused than you. I got more discipline than you. I got less of a need to be comfortable than
Until
you.
you say, well, I have my own dispensary and my own stream.
Yeah, all of that. Nah, from far as growing it, selling it legally, we still do that. But just me personally, I don't use no drugs. I might drink some wine, you know what I'm saying, right now, but I don't mean I haven't in the past. Right now, it's more important to be focused. Just overall, just feeling unhealthy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way that feel. Your eyes, it show, you know what I mean? So, I was like, you know, I'm off all of that shit. I'm gonna just focus on being healthy, working out, eating good as best I can. You know what I mean? Being focused. And then I seen my team. I had a convo with Puff about the weed. Cause you know what I mean? He like, you look like you been doing yoga, nigga. He was making a joke, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to glow, nigga.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I stopped smoking the weed. And then he like, why? And so I had a convo with him. I'm like, we leaders. We got a lot of people that follow us. So when we stop, a lot of my team stopped smoking. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that look to me, you know, just be in the gym now and just be on a more focused frequency. So, you know, again, I ain't on the anti-weed campaign. I think it's when you feel like you want to go do something violent, smoke you some weed.
On dedication, you say you want real nigga reparations. What's your idea of real nigga reparations?
Access, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we boxed out. Even like Angela was saying earlier about like cryptocurrency and technology. We underrepresented in technology. I just opened a co-work space in my neighborhood called Vector 90. And so when we did our grand opening, Don Peebles, who's a billionaire real estate investor, came down and he's on the board with us. And, you know, he spoke, and, you know, my partner David Gross, whose idea was originally, he put facts about the wealth inequality on the wall as like the aesthetic of the building. And you look at Facebook, you look at Google, you look at all of these multi-billion-dollar technology companies, and look at their demographic. It was like a bar chart: white, Asian, you know, black. It was like less than, the highest one I seen, I think, was Facebook with like 9% black people working in that company. How many of us got Facebook?
All of us.
All of us. How many artists who got hundreds of millions of followers are black? And you know, they leverage their value off the amount of people and eyeballs. So that's what I mean when I say right now at this moment, you know what I mean? That would be what that term represent. Like, we want access, you know what I mean? We should be included. And not only shouldn't nobody let us, it shouldn't be affirmative action. We should be educating ourselves and being
Actively pursuing that
you know what I'm saying? And also be aggressive with saying, bro, don't play with me.